Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everybody, I hope that you're doing well. Today we're going to work on Surah An Naba, which is Surah 78 of Al-Quran Al-Kareem. Surah An Naba is a Meccan surah. It is made of 40 verses and it has been translated to the great news. An Naba is the first surah of the last juz of Al-Quran Al-Kareem, which is Juz Al-Amma, or the 30th juz. Surah An Naba is one of the surahs which describes in detail the day of retribution. An Naba implies the news of the resurrection and the hereafter. From Surah Al-Qiyamah to Surah An-Nazi'at, the theme of these surahs is similar, and they were revealed very early in the Meccan period. The subject of Surah An Naba, the great news, is like Surah Al-Mursalat, which affirms the existence of the resurrection and the hereafter, and it warns people of the consequences of their denial and their doubt. In Surah An Naba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala certifies the existence of the resurrection that has been rejected by the polytheists of Mecca, who made fun of it and considered that it was only a lie. Surah An Naba was revealed with the aim of answering the question of the polytheists of Mecca on the exact hour of the resurrection. An Naba, the great news, is one of the surahs which best traces the day of resurrection and the mighty power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Surah An Naba is an answer to the disbelievers who mocked and joked about the day of resurrection and ignored it. Surah An Naba was also revealed to encourage and comfort the hearts of the believers. In the beginning of Surah An Naba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the great announcement, the great event, which is the day of resurrection, which will absolutely take place. In the first ayat, people wonder about the coming of the last day, on the judgment day. When the Prophet Muhammad first started to preach Islam in Mecca, his message had three main subjects. The first one was that there is only one God, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that nothing is associated with Allah in its divinity, and the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second was that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has appointed Sayyidina Muhammad as his messenger. And the third point was the hereafter, the last judgment day. When we talk about the two elements of Islam that the Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad preached about, which is the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the prophethood of Sayyidina Muhammad, these two subjects, they were not disturbing the Meccan people because they were used to having prophets and knowing about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the third element, which is the day of resurrection, the day of judgment, that was troublesome for them. When it was presented to them, they laughed at it, expressing their astonishment, considering it impossible, without reason. They called it incredible and even inconceivable during their meetings. But in order to bring them to the path of Islam, it was essential to put the notion of the hereafter in their minds, because without believing in the hereafter and the judgment day, they may not adopt a serious attitude towards the difference between what is right and what is wrong. They may change their behavior regarding good and bad, abandoning their worship of worldliness, and they may follow Islam. This is why the first surahs that were revealed in the city of Mecca, the theme of the hereafter was repeated so frequently, and the doctrine of the hereafter impresses and anguishes us. Surah An Naba mentions the public conversations of the people of Mecca concerning the news of the resurrection. Now I will translate Surah An Naba ayah by ayah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the specially merciful. عَمَّا يَتَسَاءَلُونَ. What is it that they ask one another? عن النبأ العظيم, about the great news, الذي هم فيه مختلفون, that they are in disagreement about it. كلا سيعلمون, nay, they shall soon know. ثم كلا سيعلمون, then nay, they shall soon know. ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا, have we not made the earth a mattress? والجبال أوتادا, and made the mountains as pegs that keep the earth in its place. وَخَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا, and we created you in pairs. وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا, and we made your sleep a time to rest. وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا, and we made the night a cover. وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا, and we made the day a time for subsistence. وَبَنَيْنَا فَوْقَكُمْ سَبْعًا شِدَادًا, and we built above you 7 strong layers. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَاجًا, and we made herein a lamp shining brilliant. وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ الْمُعْصِرَاتِ مَاءً ثَجَاجًا, and we sent down water from the rain, the clouds pouring forth robustly. لِنُخْرِجَ بِهِ حَبًّا وَنَبَاتًا, that we may bring forth therewith grains and vegetations. وَجَنَّةٍ أَلْفَافًا, to have vineyards and gardens hugging within each other. إِنَّ يَوْمَ الْفَصْلِ كَانَ مِيقَاتًا, surely the day of sorting was a decreed time. يَوْمَ يُنْفَخُ فِي الصُّورِ فَتَأْتُونَ أَفْوَاجًا, the day on which the trumpet is blown, so you shall come forth in groups. وَفُتِحَتِ السَّمَاءُ فَكَانَتْ أَبْوَابًا, and the sky is opened, hence the gates are formed. وَسُيِّرَتِ الْجِبَالُ فَكَانَتْ سَرَابًا, and the mountains are moved off, hence became a mirage. From Ayah 1 to Ayah 20, what are they wondering about? About the big news that keeps dividing them. Let them be patient. They will be informed soon. That is to say, about what do those who deny the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wonder? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed what they are wondering about by saying about the big news that keeps dividing them. The great news of which their differences are old. The differences boil down to their denial and rejection to this news. But this news will undoubtedly take place, but they keep on denying the meaning with their Lord. They do not believe in it despite all the signs that have been shown to them. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, let them be patient. They will be informed soon. That is to say that the day when the punishment will fall on them, they will know what they had refused to believe, and they would realize that it is the truth. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked the disbelievers, do you not see this land which we have spread out for you like a carpet? Do you not see the high mountains which we have planted firmly on earth? Do you not consider your own people, how we created you in pairs, like men and women? Do you not consider your sleep, whereby we urge you to seek a few hours of rest after all hours of work and hardship? Do you not see the alternation of night and day, which we so regularly perpetuate for you with precision according to your needs and conditions? Do you not see the extremely complex system of the heavens above you? Do you not see the sun through which you receive light and heat? Do you not see the rains falling from the clouds and helping to produce corn and vegetables and lush gardens? Do these things tell you that the power of the Almighty who created them can bring about the resurrection and establish the new world? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has appointed men to the function of a leader. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has endowed him with great capacities, emotional, intellectual, and other physical capacities, and above all, the capacity of free will. This is why man will leave this world after fulfilling his role, and then he will be held accountable. He will be rewarded. He will receive credit for his satisfactory work, or will be subject to judgment and punishment for the insufficient performance of his duty. Denying it will not help us escape this inevitable event. إن جهنم كانت مرصادا. Surely hell has become visible, has become a place of punishment. للطاغين مآبا, a place of refuge for the extravagant. لابتين فيها أحقابا. They are the ones to remain in there for all times. لا يذوقون فيها برادا ولا شرابا. They do not taste herein a coolness nor a drink. إلا حميما وغساقا, except dirty wound discharge and boiling water. جزاء وفاقا, a suitable recompense. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا. Surely they were not expecting a reckoning. وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا, and called our verses a lie, contradicting it. وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا, and we have counted, recorded, written everything. فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. Go ahead and taste the torment. We shall not increase you except in torment. From Ayah 21 to Ayah 30, it was stated that every single misdeed of those who denied the event will be held to account. They will have their actions counted and recorded with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and hell will still stand lying in wait to punish them throughout all their deeds, especially for those people who called our revelation a lie and have denied the Last Judgment Day. إن المتقين مفازا. Surely the owners of piety, there is salvation, there is a gain. حدائق وأعنابا. There are gardens and vineyards. وكواعب أترابا. And superb, saturated young girls who are equals in age. وكهسا دهاقا. And their goblets which are full. لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا كذابا. They shall not hear therein a vain word nor a lie. جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا. This is a reward, a blessing from your Lord according to a reckoning. From Ayah 31 to Ayah 36, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the greatest rewards of those who have lived responsibly and righteously in this world, and who have prepared their lives for the hereafter. These people were reassured that they will be rewarded for their services and their deeds. The righteous, those who were aware of God and their commitment to Him, will find success, reward, and safety from the fires of hell. They will achieve their heart's desire. Beautiful gardens and vineyards. They will have perfect companions. They will both drink from overflowing cups. In this beautiful garden, they will hear no vain talk, nor will they be told any lies. This is a gift from the boundless generosity of the merciful and the righteous Allah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. They will not only be given what is due to them, but even more. رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا. Allah is the most beneficent Lord of the heavens and the earth and what is between them. يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا لا يتكلمون إلا من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا. On that day, the Spirit and the angels stand ready in rows. No one can speak except he whom the most beneficent permits, and he who is permitted to speak only the rewards. ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا. The day is the day of trust. The one who wishes takes a way that leads to his Lord. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes his shelter. إنا أنذرنكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا. Surely we have warned you for a near torment. On that day, the one shall look at what he presented in his hand, and the disbeliever shall say, I wish I was dust. The day of resurrection is the day on which the angel Gabriel and the angels will stand together in ranks, row after row. Nobody will speak except those to whom the compassionate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants permission. Even then, they will only be capable of speaking the truth because this is the day of truth. This day will become a reality. This world will come to an end and a different world will be established. When all past generations are resurrected with the same bodies in which they have lived and worked in this world, then they will be called upon to explain their behavior, their beliefs, and their actions. Those who stand out as believers and virtuous in this judgment day will go to heaven, and those who prove to be disbelievers and were wicked will go to hell. So whoever desires to be successful should seek a way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through correct beliefs and righteous deeds. The people have been warned of an imminent punishment. On the day of resurrection, everybody will see the truth of their actions and their deeds. They will see what their hands have sent forth, and they will wish that they have remained in earth as nothing but dust. In the last part of Surah An Naba, the surah concludes with the warning of the coming of the day, with what is predicted will take place. Do not think that day is far away. It is very near. Whoever wants to believe in it will take the way to his Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But for those who remain disbelievers, despite the warning, they shall have all their deeds placed before them, and they will suffer the consequences. May Allah protect us from disbelief and evil of any kind. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Wallahu A'lam. I hope that this small translation and explanation of Surah An Naba was helpful. I wish you the best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye bye.